Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Do we see the target being reached today? That is the question here. And to be honest, I wouldn't rule out anything at the moment, but I don't think we are ready yet. But we are already very close. I mean, I've been talking to you about this price target here of 55 cents for months now. It was even not off the table when we started to move up here to 125. I told you, as long as we are below 163, the downside potential is still very real, and the 55 cent was always an option. And then especially here, when we came down so impulsively and only made a 3-wave move up, I told you that this is still the most likely scenario, the 55 cent level. Why is it 55 cent? To be honest, we're getting there faster than I thought, actually. I expected a bit of a bounce after the corrective moves of the after the impulsive moves down of the last few days, but there you go. It's only probabilities, and in the end, what seems to be winning is just the higher level perspective here, that we are getting into this area. And yeah, in terms of what is it really that we're looking at here, it is this target range here between 30 and 55 cents. I pretty much start at 0 here. Yeah, it's actually a little bit lower. It's actually around 29 cents to 53, 54. If I start at 0, and I mean, we are probably at a time here now where we need to make it very accurate. So let's just start at 0 with the FIBs. And if anybody asks, why do you start at 0 with the FIBs? Well, basically, because the only other option was invalidated. Yeah, the only other option was that we started the wave count from up here. That was invalidated when we dropped below $1, so we have to go to the next higher level wave count, and this gives us pretty much this $0 level. And there you go, 28 cents to 53 cents is the target area here, and we are not far away from it. Yeah, and also what we mentioned, or what I mentioned in the last video, was as soon as you drop below 75 cents, you're gonna get to 55 cents or 53 cents actually very quickly, because there was not a lot of historical volume anywhere, no support. There could have been a bit of support around 68 cents, but here the price didn't even care about that. Let's see if we found a little bit of support at least around that area. No, actually not even that. So yeah, there was a little bit of support here around 65 cents, but that was broken as well with an impulsive candle down, engulfing red candles here and there, everywhere. And we are just dropping. So for me, it's now like, you know, we have dropped the magical 75 cent level. That was very important because we had support here. We had support here. And I don't know if we had support before, but yeah, there was a bit of reaction here. But very lately, that 75 cent level was very relevant. Yeah, that region between 75 and 78 cents, that was broken. And now we are on our way to the ideal level. That is the 78.6% Fibonacci level at 53, 54 cents, and below that we still have the 88.7% level. That is the 28 cent level, and as long as we stay in this area, everything will be good. In this area, this would be the ideal retracement for this current move in this current wave count, and we can expect a reversal in this yellow box. That would be fantastic. That is what we can currently expect. Bear in mind, nothing is ever guaranteed in these markets, but it's all about probabilities. We need to understand unlikely events happen all the time, but it's all about probabilities, and that is only how you can understand these markets. Ideally, coupling here the Elliott wave method and price forecasts, which so far have guided us really well, with other tools like support, resistance levels, trend lines, patterns, and so on, to really find the edge in the market. Yeah, we want to understand where is the most likely reversal point. And we know that we have, or we, you know, you never know, but we can be more certain that we have found a reversal point as soon as down here we see a strong reaction either at the 53 cent level or the 28 cent level, and then we'll see a first impulsive move up, which consists of 5 waves, then a first corrective move down, which would be a wave 2. Yeah, and this would be an ideal entry point. If we then make a higher low, that is what we are looking for. Therefore, in a first reaction to the upside, there is no reason usually to FOMO in, even though of course money can be made here, but there is no reason to FOMO in, because there will usually be a second chance at the end of that corrective move down, which typically comes all the way down again to 70-80% retracement. What else? Let's take a look at what the indicators are doing, but we probably don't even need to look at the indicators because it's just impulsive way. It's impulsive. It's going down, right? Here on the MACD, very low now on the 4-hour chart. No sign of bullishness, no sign of recovery. And we can see that this is, I wouldn't call it capitulation here today, but look at how far the 4-hour RSI is coming down. I think we only had this a few times before. Here in October 21, here in September 21, after the huge move up. So we're coming down a lot. Yeah, you can see on the ADX and DI that white line is the trend strength. That is going high together with the red line, which is the direction of the trend. So we are going down. You see when the red line is going up, we are in a downtrend and the trend strength is even increasing. And you can see it on the 8-hour chart as well. You can see on the 8-hour chart as well that that is coming down further here. On the 8-hour chart, we are oversold as well. On the daily chart, how is it looking? We're also oversold, but there is probably still a little bit further scope for further downside. So we could actually, it's not unrealistic that we reach the 53 cent level if Bitcoin moves further down, right? Then it could drag ADA further down as well. So here also on the daily here, negative trend strength increasing. So there is not yet a sign of slowing down of this downtrend. This would only be the case if we can see a bullish divergence or something in the chart. As you can see how impulsive this bearish crossover here took place. And yeah, I think here would be the ideal area for a turnaround. Yeah, 53 cents. And there's no reason to make that video longer than necessary. We've been talking about these price levels for weeks and months. Originally for ADA, I haven't been bearish enough. The original target area was, I think, around 180 to 120. That was back in September when everybody was like, right, we're going to go to $4 to $5. But yeah, we had that corrective move, but we even dropped below that. So that was a bit of an unfortunate event for ADA, because the problem that ADA had, just to explain this correction, that ADA pumped very early. ADA found its peak in August, which means, or even in the beginning of September, which means it was much earlier in this current cycle than many other cryptos. Yeah. So Bitcoin, for example, peaked in November. Harmony won, I think it was December or January. And therefore ADA had to go through this very lengthy correction, but it was a very steady one, very steady pace, as you can see here. Whereas many other cryptos were up and down, much more volatile. ADA was very steady. It hasn't corrected more than others. It has pretty much corrected as much as, for example, Solana. It just seemed to be longer and more draining because it started much earlier. But hopefully here we will get out of the mess and then move to new all-time highs, which should target at least $4, $4.50 in the next wave up, but only when the correction is finished. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership and maybe even the trading course I'm currently publishing on my website, morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.